Hiya guys, West Country Explorer here. Very quick aside, got a new t-shirt, West Country Explorer. Follow me on Facebook and YouTube, just a little bit of advertising, so when I'm out and about. But anyway, yeah, so that little aside over. I'm in Bridgwater in Somerset, and today I'm going to be cycling along the Bridgwater Taunton Canal. It's a 14.5 mile canal system that connects the River Parrett here in Bridgwater to the River Taunton in Taunton. So yeah, it's been a long time since I've been along the canal, and I just fancied coming along it again. So what do you think, guys? You fancy coming along with me for a cycle ride? Of course you do. Come along and enjoy the scenery. There we got the River Parrett. Is it no Parrett? I'm calling it Parrett. Yeah, the River Parrett. And that's a saltwater lake river. Here we've got the start of the canal. This is basins in the Bridgwater area. Come over this way. The canal was mainly built in the 1820s. Final little bits and pieces of it were built in sort of completed in the 1840s. And then it then got bought out by what was then the Bristol Exeter Railway Company in the 1860s. 66 I think it was. What I'm going to do, guys, I'm just going to take you down there a bit. Well, now, commercial use of the canal ended in 1907. I think it was the 1960s. It was slowly sort of restored, brought back up to spec, and nowadays it's used, well, a lot of walkers and cyclists and all the rest walk and sort of use it between the two for like exercise and all the rest. And there is a spacewalk sort of theme, got models of the planets and that along the canal. I'll mention that more later on in the video. On my bike, obviously I'm cycling, so what I've got is I've got that set up on my handlebars, so I'm hoping I can put my camera in that, my phone in that, and do a bit of recording while cycling. That is the plan. See how I get on. But anyway, guys, off we go. Yeah, so cycling along past these quite a few new apartment buildings and all the rest. Well, comparatively speaking, they're new. Oh, yeah. Camera's moving of its own accord. This might not work very well. Can't really see the canal at the minute. It's off to our left down in a dippy. Oh dear me. Duck down to cycle underneath all that. Here's another. There we go. Oops. What? A blockage. Oh, what? Seriously? Why is there a blockage? I used to be able to go along there. It looks like this small section's blocked off. So I've got to find a little way round now. Okay, no problems guys, no problems. But anyway, that's a shot of the bit that I can't get, I can't cycle along. This is, we're still in Bridgwater, as you probably guessed. Right then guys, back on track. Looking at the sign guys, that closure, I think that's just a temporary closure, so according to the notices. So on the outskirts of Bridgwater, getting into the countryside. The canal's now on me left still. Nice big reed bed between me and the canal. Hello. Moo! Moo cows, hello! Beautiful little cows. one of these. Oh, stinks a bit in there. All sorts of crap. People have been coming here drinking and all the rest. Another anti-aircraft. Is it an anti-aircraft thing? Also protect the canal as well. Any enemy boats coming up the canal, which is just over there. This can stop the enemy boats coming along. Some nice little picnic tables there. So if you're out on a walk or a bike ride along here, got somewhere nice for a picnic. I'd say that's a nice area for a wild camp as well. Alright, so I'm halfway point of the canal now, so halfway between Bridgwater and Taunton. At the start of my video I mentioned about a spacewalk, and what it is, you see there's a model of the sun behind me. What it is, they've scaled down the size of the solar system, so they've got a little plinth for each of the planets spaced out along the canal. So I've just come from Bridgwater, so I've passed the outer planets all the way through to the inner planets, come to the model of the sun, and then I'm soon be going off to Taunton, and I'll be working my way from the inner planets out to the outer planets. And it's, like I say, it's scaled down, so like little plinths for the inner planets are close by, close here, and then a bit further out you've got the outer planets. So what I'll do, guys, I'll just twizzle you around a second. So there, they've got that. So that's the scale that they've done it to. Like I said, another bit there. Like I said, feel free to pause if you want to read. Like I said, just over there is the lock-in, so you've got an in you can go to if you want. So there you go, there's the one for Mercury. and almost immediately you got Venus. Like I said, you've got these little plinths with info boards and all the rest spaced out all along the canal. There's the canal, and there's the railway line. Some lovely views over there. Lovely views indeed. One good thing about the Bridgwater Taunton Canal, it's only 14 miles, 14 and a half miles, so it can easily, comfortably be cycled in a couple of hours or so. So if you wanted to, in the morning you could cycle from one end to the other, spend a bit of time in whichever town you end up in, and then in the afternoon cycle back. Must be lovely to have a property right on the edge of a canal like that. Well, I bet they cost a few bob to buy, those houses. And this is where the Bridgwater Taunton Canal meets with the River Taunton in Taunton. I'll bring you over here. There you go. An old, well, what would that have been? Some unit, I suppose, warehouse back in the day, probably some kind of warehouse. Oh. Oh, tripping up the steps. So there you go guys, just a little bit of a cycle ride along the Bridgwater Taunton Canal. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So I'm going to make my way into town now, get a little bit of food and then catch a train home. So I hope you've enjoyed guys, thank you for coming along on the journey. Look forward to seeing you in the next one, which, well, been a few days now because I'm back to work tomorrow for my 4 days on and then got a few days off. So yeah, looking forward to that. So yeah, see you in the next one, and in the meantime guys, the usual, stay safe, take care, God bless.